Katie, can you get to the door? Katie!
Just a minute. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Doctor. Didn't mean to keep you waiting.
Don't worry. What's going on?
That's the 7th time I've had to go to the loo since I called the surgery. It hurts. I can't stand this. I'd have come to the surgery, but I'm sorry to drag you out.
I thought you'd be at St. Phil's by now. What did they say? Haven't they got a bed?
They said they don't know yet.
What? What time did you call?
7:30, like I was told to.
And they don't know yet?
Ooh. Don't they realise how much pain I'm in? I've been waiting 3 months to have this cyst removed. I'm a single mother. I can't afford to keep getting babysitters.
Did you tell them how much organising you have to do?
They weren't interested.
It's enough to try the patience of a saint. Look, sorry about this, Katie. You know the routine. We better check it's not an infection.
I hate this. Why are they doing this?
I'm calling your consultant.
Mr. Fielding, good.
Yes, this is Dr. Helen Thompson from the Mill Health Centre. I'd like to speak to Mr. Fielding, please. No, I don't want to hold. I don't care what he's doing. You tell Mr. Fielding to put down his half-fat latte and get himself to the phone right now.
Always better safe than sorry, Mrs. Thatcher. She's right to get that mole check regularly. I know that. I just wish it wasn't slap bang in the middle of her. What's up with you two?
Do you know where the staples are kept now?
It's a bit radical, but have you tried the stationery cupboard?
Yes, I have tried the stationery cupboard.
I don't know then.
Tell my husband I could tell him exactly where the staples are.
Oh, right. Your wife says she could tell you exactly where the staples are.
Could you ask her then?
Matt would like to know where the staples are.
I said I could tell him, not what I'm going to.
She says...
And tell him that I would be much more kindly disposed to telling him where the staples are if he apologised for the stunningly bad language he used this morning.
She says...
Right. They need to have a bed meeting.
When will they have that then?
Not till after lunch. I'm sorry, Katie, I tried. You need to call back at 2. I hope they'll have a bed for you then, but you won't be having the operation today.
Oh.
I tried to make him understand how awful this is for you, and I don't think he's in any doubt now. But at least you can have something to eat.
Something to eat? There's nothing in the house. I'm supposed to be in hospital. I can't go to the shops. I can hardly leave the bathroom. Richard told me they'd do this.
Richard?
My friend Richard. He said, I've got to have antiseptic wipes. I must have them. He said St. Phil's has a terrible reputation for MRSA. They pretend they haven't, but they have. I mean, why didn't they tell me that? Why didn't you?
OK, listen, there's a lot of sensationalism. I'm sure you'll be perfectly safe, but if it'll make you feel better, I've got the afternoon off, so I could pop to the shops and get you some antiseptic wipes and some spray, and is there anything else you need?
But I don't have any spare money. All I've got is the £10 I need for the hospital phone.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll get you something to eat while I'm at it.
What about...
Oh, well, first things first, let's get the shopping sorted. What's up, Sarah?
Are you busy?
Kind of.
I just wondered if you were free for lunch. To be honest, I could do with your help. I'm getting into a bit of a muddle with the staff holidays.
Oh, I'm sorry, I would have said yes. But there's a sale on it, that fabulous designer children's wear shop by the hairdressers. Claire's got 2 parties next week. And it's my afternoon off.
Oh, more new clothes.
It's the designer shop. You don't do the holidays anyway. Are you checking up on me?
No. I just thought that I could rough out the holiday rota for Julia, you know, get a few brownie points, and oh, I just wanted to check that you're okay.
Listen, I don't care about the holidays, and I care even less about your sycophantic attempts to toady up to Julia. You can stop checking up on me. It's my afternoon off.
Helen. Helen?
Thought she had the afternoon off?
Yeah, but I thought that...
Oh, you're not at it again, are you? You should know better than to try and ambush Helen.
I just don't think that she should...
This is Helen that we're talking about. She may not be 100% at the moment, but she will be fine.
Look, I know you know her, but I've been watching her and I've been looking up on the internet and I just think...
No, Helen is fine. Honestly.
I understand your friend's concerns about the superbug.
You should. Richard said doctors should be warning their patients.
I understand his concerns, but I don't share them. Still no answer.
But what can I do? If the bug is everywhere, Richard says it is, how can I protect myself? He knows his stuff. He's not a sensationalist. He's worried for me.
There are precautions you can take and sensible things you can do. Insist that everyone that touches you washes their hands first.
Richard says that anyone who looks at the wound should wear a face mask. It's still ringing. Richard says I've got to remember to spray the payphone in the hospital before I use it.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Really, I should. MRSA is a bacterium. It's all over the place.
Try and stay calm, Katie.
Why are they doing this? How can they be so callous? I'm scared, Dr. Thompson. All I want is to get this over with. What about my kids? I'm all they've got. What if something happens to me?
See, the point about looking for a new house is the excitement. It's the ultimate form of shopping.
Moving for the sake of moving is ridiculous.
Staying put for the sake of staying put in a house which is way too big for us now, that's ridiculous.
Moving can be stressful though. Statistically speaking, it's up there with bereavement in the stress stakes.
Julia, did you get swollen ankles when you were pregnant?
Foolish. That's what rushing into major decisions is.
No, not really. For your information, I'm not rushing into making a decision, I'm simply making one.
What about cravings?
Not rushing. Sensible eating. Listen to your body.
It's the right time. It's not about rushing. Pink fondant fancies.
Mr. Fielding, yes, it's me again. Now, I understand there are a great deal of demands on your time, but you need to listen to me. Do you have any idea how the practices and procedures carried out by your staff have greatly increased Katie Fry's suffering this morning? Is that so? Well, Katie Fry is not just a cyst. She is a single parent juggling her life whilst frightened and in a great deal of pain in order to have an operation that she desperately needs. And what does she get? Can you call back later? And why? Because she needs to be able to bend to the whims of the almighty bed meeting. Bed meeting? I mean, who thought of bed meeting? That's the same moron that thought that mixed wards were a good idea. Mr. Fielding, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You are a pompous, puffed-up prat! Don't start, Sarah.
Helen, I wondered if you had to... Sarah, I need to talk to Helen.
Helen's on her way home. She's got some time off.
Well, I know. That's why I need to talk to her about a patient before she goes home.
Yes, well, can't you speak to one of the others?
Why should I?
Helen needs to switch off. What she really needs to do is...
Sarah, spare me your Californications. Switch off.
Greg, I'm serious. If you really want to help Helen, then...
Read my lips. I need to talk to Helen, OK? You're reading far too many self-help books, you know that.
Greg, please listen to me.
We're all busy people, Sarah.
I've got time to drive you home if you want.
I lost my temper, not my ability to drive.
It's not a problem, really.
Leave me alone! I'm fine.
Are you sure? Helen, I really don't think you are fine.
Oh, but I am. Fine. Fine. Just fine.
See you tomorrow, Sarah.
Yeah, see ya.
So joining us for a drink, Faith?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm meeting Greg. We're going to some pub theatre in Birmingham, supporting the arts.
Well, somebody has to.
See ya.
Let us know if it's worth seeing, won't you?
Will do.
What are you up to tonight, Sarah?
Me? Nothing, I'm not doing anything.
Anybody need anything before we leave?
No.
I'm fine.
We get going. Last few nights in our house, I want to make the most of them.
See, Mac's pining for the house he hasn't left yet.
Mac is seeing how far he can push it before I thump him.
Marital debacle.
Julie Maguire, property expert, has decreed we leave our home. We have to downsize.
Well, that seems to be the advice they're giving at the moment, which is ahead of the game there.
You see? When will you admit I'm right, you're wrong?
Never.
Night, Sarah. Don't overdo it.
See you later.
Yeah, no.
Shall I get it, Mummy?
I don't want to see anybody.
Daniel's allowed to answer the door.
Then it's a good thing Daniel's at Freddy's.
Helen? It's Sarah! Let me in, I know you're in there. Claire? Come on, let me in. It's Sarah. Can't you let Sarah in, Mummy? Claire, what's wrong? Let me in. I'm not allowed. OK, well, get Daniel to let me in.
I don't want to see anybody.
We're going on a school trip tomorrow. Yeah, come here, it's all right. Can I, Mummy?
Hello. Thank you very much.
I don't want to see anybody.
I made my own tea, I did.
Oh, did you?
Now I'm making Mummy a sandwich.
What a good girl. I tell you what, why don't you go and get your charms on and brush your teeth, and then I just want to speak to Mummy, and then I'll be up. And I'll read whatever you want.
Really?
Go on, choose your book, get in bed and wait for me.
Night, Mummy. Love you.
Mummy's just feeling a bit unwell. Go on, you go on. I'll be up soon. Helen? Helen, please.
Sarah, glass of wine?
No, I'm fine, thanks. I'm just going to tuck Claire in and read her a story. Is that okay?
Yes, of course it is. Fine, everything's fine, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it just needs a bit of tidying up.
Okay, I'll be back down in a bit.
Fine. Everything's fine.
What I'm looking forward to is a bit of indulgent shopping. Replacing things that I've learned to live with, but would never have chosen myself. Right.
Oh.
Oh, come on, you never really liked that, did you?
Well,
Look, what's the point in taking all the ugly stuff if we're only going to throw it away the other end?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Goodbye, ugly stuff.
You shouldn't have done that.
Julia. Julia?
Spark out. Now, what about you? You had anything to eat tonight? Have you had anything to eat today? You haven't, have you? I spoke to St Phil's. Katie Fry's on Ward 4 and her ops tomorrow. Now I'm going to make you some pasta and you're going to eat some.
I don't want anything.
Look, I know you're feeling miserable and I know that your life's been grim for a while. But I truly believe that you have to face up to stuff and deal with it before you can start feeling better. And you can't do that if you starve yourself and let yourself become physically weak. And that's not going to help either.
I had breakfast, I just forgot lunch. I'm just feeling a bit miserable, that's all. It's nothing.
I want to believe that, but I can't.
My life's a wreck. I'm used to clinging to it, that's what I do, I cling. I've had a particularly miserable morning, nothing's new.
Helen, it's more than that. Claire's worried about her mum. And what's going on with all the shopping?
Shopping makes me feel better. It's not a crime. I get a buzz from a bargain, don't you?
Maybe. But you don't have to climb over the mail order to get to the sofa in our house.
Well, maybe that's because I can afford it and you can't. Sorry.
It's all right.
No, it isn't. I am sorry. I can't help it. You're kind to me and I'm just spiteful and horrible. That's why horrible things happen to me.
Helen, you are not spiteful. You're brittle. I can see that and I've seen it for a while. It's called oniomania.
What is?
A dependency on the high of shopping.
So what does that make me, an oniomaniac? You've been surfing the internet to find a condition to fit what you think is wrong with me.
Look, there's research. It is a real problem. It's just as damaging as any other addiction.
I think, Sarah, what you're trying to describe is compulsive behaviour with a lack of impulse control, not an addiction. I, however, am not addicted to anything. I simply like shopping.
You get a rush when you're shopping. One that is wearing off more and more quickly and will soon...
Stop being enough to blot it all out.
Yeah.
I just want to stop thinking.
About what?
Everything.
You wouldn't dare.
Try me.
Step away from the couture.
I was going to make you coffee in the machine.
I don't want coffee. Jack's the one that should be drinking coffee here.
I'll make tea then.
I never made coffee for Jack in this machine. It's new. Jack's dead. Why did I buy that machine? Because just look at it all. Why did I buy any of it? You know what this is, don't you? This is me pretending that I'm normal, that my life is normal. And this is nothing. Look at it all.
Please, Helen.
Do you know why I've got to shop all the time, Sarah? Well, it's not just the rush. Oh, I do love that. I'll take two. Do you deliver? But it's not just that. I'm far more worthless and inadequate than that.
No, you're not.
I bought this for Daniel. The lad in the sports shop thought it was for my husband. I let him believe that. There was a cheaper one, but I thought, hey, isn't my husband worth it?
Maybe I should call George or Mac or your sister. You're upset?
Upset? Upset doesn't come anywhere near, not even close.
Look, I know it hurts. Life hurts. Horrible things happen to good people, but you need to talk about it.
What do you know about anything?
I know. Look, I know it's not the same, but I was 15. I was walking home from my mate's house and I was wearing white tights. Funny what you remember, eh? And a group of kids, they were smoking and drinking cider by the shops. Now, all I wanted to do was to get by, but they started pushing me and calling me names.
Why?
Dunno. Didn't do anything. Maybe they just felt like it. Anyway, one of them tripped me up and I fell down. And they all started kicking me.
Didn't anyone stop them?
One of them said not to, and a few of them ran off, but the nasty one, the really vicious one, she was enjoying it too much.
She?
My mum and dad called the doctor out. Not the police, I didn't want them involved, but the doctor was great and got me in touch with a counsellor.
I didn't know.
And I got over it. I talked it out. See, it just happened. No reason.
I'm not having a very good day.
I know you're not. But talking helps.
You're right. There's nothing we can do. We can't stop it. You said it, Sarah, no reason, so why should I keep on trying? I'm the one that's always in control. All hail the Ice Queen. No matter how many times you punch her out, Helen Thompson just keeps getting back up.
Yeah, you do.
Knock her down and up she gets. Knock her back down! Why? Why should I keep on fighting when there's nothing I can do? It'll keep on happening anyway.
Helen,
Phil's dead. And Jack. Dead husband, that's nothing. Pile it on. How about betraying your dying husband with your colleague at the very moment he's dying? I was having sex with Mark. Just sex. But it turns out Phil had been betraying me for years. Did you hear about that, Sarah?
Yeah, I am, yes.
But up I get. Back to work in my widow's weaves. Dark suits for a few weeks. Propriety on the outside, decorum unlimited, but don't let them know you're feeling anything. Don't wobble, don't fall down. Ignore everything they're thinking. Do you know what they were thinking, Sarah? Serves her right, stupid tart.
No. No, you're wrong.
Touch me, and you're tainted. Phil's dead, Jack's dead, Mark's the rare survivor. Stay away from me, Sarah. You make me sick with your sympathy. Don't talk to me about being beaten up!
Look, nobody deserves to be unhappy, Helen.
Don't they? What's next? I'm just waiting for the next disaster, walking on ice, waiting to fall through. My whole life's a mess. Nothing ever goes right. It's all contemptible, vile.
Stop it, Mummy, I love you.
Get off me! Don't you touch me! Get away from me!
I do love her. She knows that. She loves you. She's just not feeling very well at the moment. Is that why she's been crying so much? She'll be better soon. I don't want you to go home. Well, I'll stay over. And tomorrow, I'll get up early and I'll make sure everything's all right. Mummy will stop crying and everything will be all right. Do you promise? Yeah, I promise. I do love her. She's asleep now. She was really upset, so I said I'd stay tonight. That way you can get a lie in and I'll get up and make sure Claire's all right for school and that everything's all right. Helen. Helen, listen to me. I know you feel awful now, but you won't always. You can get through this. And you can't make your children feel awful too. It's not right.
I'm no good for them. You said it and you're right. Horrible things will always happen to me, and now I'm forcing them on my children.
No, that's not what I meant.
None of this makes sense. Why Phil? Why Jack? Why Ria? I wish she'd killed me too.
Helen, don't say that. You've got a daughter up there who cried herself to sleep because she thinks her mother doesn't love her. Because she thinks she can't make her mummy happy. Daniel and Claire love you. And they need you. You're all they've got.
They'd be better off without me. Everyone would.
More Doctors tomorrow at 2:05. It's Diagnosis Murder next on BBC1, and if you're a tennis fan and watching on digital, press red now to go interactive with BBC1 for coverage of the men's quarter-finals at the French Open.